ShinRobjira.
Today we are going to be talking about the Bandai Movie Monster Series Megalon and the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla Store exclusive Jet Jaguar flying version. Oh yes, friends and neighbors, the time is finally here. Bandai have finally made a new Megalon figure for all of us to consume, and it's pretty good, yeah. And this Jet Jaguar figure is just the exact same thing we got last time, just with different arms and a different lower body. So let's just get started, huh? Put your arms in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. Alrighty, up first, Megalon. And of course, we're going to talk about his tag first. HobbyLink Japan, or Bandai, whomsoever is to blame, please stop shipping your figures out with the tags like this. Please ship them out like this, because I don't know if you can tell, this tag's a little bit on the bent side, especially over here, because it was shipped out like so. And I've got bend marks, and I don't like that, but for the most part, yo, very lovely tag. I enjoy it. Megalon silhouette. Bunch of stuff on the inside. Megalon from Godzilla vs. Megalon. That's it. Back to Atlantis so you can hang out with Michael J. Fox. Seatopia. Right? So I'm sure, as many of you could tell from a distance, you will see that this Megalon is rather underpainted as compared to other Bandai Megalon figures that have been released in the past. Yes, upon first seeing Movie Monster Series Megalon, I was a little bit let down with the lack thereof paint on his front and side over here, but seeing some accurately sized antennae, fully painted forehead jewel, the head wand that's actually painted on both sides, the beautiful metallic gold for the eyes on both sides. Quite the crisp texture. I don't know, I was really happy to see a much more accurate looking look for Megalon, but this doesn't come without its issues. The top of my Megalon mouth over here isn't fully painted, and that's kind of it. God dang, just look at this profile view. It's perfect. So Megalon's leafed neckerchief over here isn't going to be painted, but the detail is sublime. I'll give Bandai that as per usual. But as you can see here, there is detail here that should have really been painted. I mean, these are painted, why aren't the rest painted? And I have the same exact feeling and opinion on the opposite side. The detail is fantastic as we've grown accustomed, but the paint could have been done up a little bit better. It could have also just existed a little bit more, you know? Like, the detail's all there, but this time around there will be no random paint on the legs. Only the toes for these shoehorn looking feet are going to be present. And that's pretty much it on paint until you turn the boy around, and yowza, look at that. Now, this might not be wholly accurate, and I personally don't care if it is or isn't. But the texturing on Megalon's back, on his wings, is very, very nice. A nicely added little feature over here. And the yellow stripes, thunder strike looking things are really, really nice too. Some are a bit on the messier painted side than others, but I do enjoy it a lot. Also, I just absolutely love that they continued the detail going around Megalon's neck in between his wings over here. Kudos there, Bandai. Good stuff. And then we have the tail, which is stumpy and spiky. It has its assorted details, and that's pretty much it. The arms are nicely detailed, and just look at these drills. They're perfect. They look great, and they're fully painted. The detail on the inside of the drill and the inside of the arm, simple yet very effective. Same for the other side, on both sides. The paint may leave some people a little bit upset. I'm not really upset because honestly at this point in time during the Movie Monster Series, 95% of what you see in the promo images is what you're going to get. So yes, he could have used more paint, but with the painting of the antennae, the head jewel, and the wand over here, I don't know whether to give this guy a full star on paint or a half star on paint. Things that are painted on here weren't painted on an original Megalon figure, but then again, there are some things here that aren't painted here, but were painted on the original. So, half a star. Really happy that we got some new paint apps on this figure. Really do wish there was a little bit more of it, as I normally do. Alright, moving on to articulation. The head can move all the way around like so, as can the Megalonian arms over here. They are going to be at that weird angle that the other Bandai Megalon figures were at, so people who own an original Megalon know exactly what I'm talking about here. And the legs will be able to go all the way around as well, yet again cut at that angle. There will be no articulation at the tail, and that's pretty much that. In terms of articulation, I'm going to give old Megalon over here a full solid star, and I'm going to do the same with detail, which I forgot to do earlier. But there's one more thing we have to go over. Right, other Megalon? Yes. Just in case anybody needed proof that this is an entirely new mold from Bandai, here you go. Like night and freaking day. And I'm not just talking about size either. First up, the antennae. Memorial Box Megalon kinda has what looks like horns, not so much antennae, while Movie Monster Series Megalon has actual antennae. The inside of the mouth of the original Megalon is definitely a lot more deeper and better detailed, while the inside of the mouth on the Movie Monster Series Megalon is a little bit more on the flat and rounded side. Actually, before I move on from the mouth, I just noticed that there's little diamonds on the side of Megalon's mandibles over here. I was really curious as to what those were, and then I looked on the older figure. The older figure kind of has them along the side of the mandibles over here, probably acting as maybe like joints or even gums to an extent. It's definitely weird and definitely interesting, but it is there. It's just on the newer one, there's only two, whereas on the older one, they're kind of there for each tooth or mandible or thingy. An interesting little detail, or at least I think so. The Megalon ascot and shoulder accessories over here are very, very much different. The Movie Monster Series version having more of a 3D effect, while these are much more on the flat side. And I really don't think I have to continue on spelling it out for everybody. This is a brand new mold from Bandai. They done did it. They gave us a brand new Megalon figure. And it looks really, really good. I mean, just look at the underside of Memorial Box Megalon over here. Barely anything. Meanwhile, the underside of Movie Monster Series Megalon is fully detailed. Yeah, it might not be fully painted, but the details are there, and that does count. The details for the thighs over here definitely look more so the same, but Movie Monster Series Megalon definitely has the thicker tree trunkish looking thighs and shins over here. Memorial Box Megalon is more so slimmed out in that regard. And you got the spikes on the tail being a little bit thicker on the Memorial Box version, though I do think that just mostly has to do with just the size of the figure overall. And then you have the back of the figure, the wings. The wings on Memorial Box Megalon are smoothed out, aside from the areas where the goldish yellow paint went. Over here, we have that texturing and the area where the goldish yellow paint goes. For any of those doubting, look, there's the outlines for where all the paint's supposed to be. It's detail you can feel. While it is very nice to finally have a Megalon that is in scale with the Jet Jaguar, Gigan, and Godzilla figures to match, I do wish Movie Monster Series Megalon had some of the paint from Memorial Box Megalon. Just a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and a little bit over here would have really gone a long way. But for the most part, when it comes to accuracy, Movie Monster Series Megalon takes it. 2.5 stars out of 3. Wish there was more paint. Love the detail. Love the articulation. Bandai Movie Monster Series Megalon is a must. Definitely pick this lad up. And now, we move on to the ROBIT. So before we talk any jive about Jet, here is the different tag that you would be getting with the Godzilla Store exclusive. You have Jet Jaguar in his flying pose, and it even says on the tag, Flying Jet Jaguar. On the back of the tag, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same silhouette we got with the standard Movie Monster Series Jet, and I'm pretty sure this is the exact same thing minus the presence of Flying Jet Jaguar being over here. And even though he may not look it, we do have to double sleeve Flying Jet Jaguar, for he is a Godzilla Store exclusive, which, unlike Anniversary Edition Hedorah, didn't sell out. Really, Toho, I do think this could have been released alongside the standard Movie Monster Series Jet Jaguar as just an alternative. I really don't think this needed to be an exclusive to any sense of the word, but hey, you do you. So what's so special about Flying version Jet Jaguar? Absolutely nothing, Double D. Okay, that's not true. Flying version Jet will actually have new arms. These are just straight down, fully extended, fingers fully extended as well, and you just pose him up like this so it looks like he's flying. That's really it. Sure, you can have him posed like this to make it look like he's doing the alien Mentiroso!
I do not appreciate that, Bandai.
That is rather unfortunate. Yeah, Godzilla store exclusive Jet Jaguar has more than a few paint flubs here and there. Mind you, it's nothing crazy, but like damn, you'd expect them to take a little bit more care of an exclusive figure. Like what the hell, Bandai? You could have done a little bit better. But anyway, back to major differences. It's the arms and it's the legs. Yeah, really. Here we have G-Store Jet and the standard Movie Monster series Jet. And as you can see, his legs are much more spread out this time. Really wasn't even expecting that much, but yeah, different arms and a different lower half of the figure. Ah! What is happening? Dear God, they split apart, just like my parents. What is that? A shadow amongst the lights? Oh my God! Big shout out to subscriber and Discord user the Podski for hooking me up with the 2007 Bandai Movie Monster Series Jet Jaguar. Don't you worry, my guy, I'll be keeping true to my word. Review of the 2007 Movie Monster Series Jet Jaguar coming soon. And that's all I'm going to say because I need to have something to say for that review. So, now the paint might be messy and there might be foreign paint in areas that it really doesn't need to be, but holy, the paint is 100% accurate and most of it is where it's supposed to be. But just some of the random paint problems that are present on this that weren't present on the standard version just irks my Bandai collector irk button. So I'm gonna give paint a half a star on this because it could have been handled a little bit better. But in terms of detail, everything is as it should be. Jet Jaguar is Michelin Man-esque and he is smooth. He is robotic with some premium details, and I mean, he just looks like Jet Jaguar. Kinda cool and kinda lame at the same time. The belt buckle's there, the little lines on the thighs over there is there, the knee pads are there, the Michelin Man shins are there, the Jet Jaguar Tims are there, the Michael Boltons are there, the back zipper's there, the turtleneck is there, everything is here on Jet Jaguar. He is just in a flying pose, and that is all. And as per the Bandai norm, you can go all the way around at each arm over here, and you can swivelier at the waist, and now you can fly away. Not the Movie Monster series' strongest offerings in terms of paint, but yet again, Bandai are just absolutely excelling in terms of detail. Yet again, my feelings towards Flying Jet really, it really didn't need to be a Godzilla store exclusive. I really do feel this figure could have released alongside Jet Jaguar, the standard, but you know, Bandai's gonna do what it's going to do. In terms of Megalon, I actually would have preferred a Godzilla store exclusive for him. Like, you know, some extra metallic paint, maybe a little bit more of the yellowish orange, even a little bit of some brown dry brushing there to simulate some of the dirt that the guy obviously accumulates since he digs through the ground. Would have been really cool. But honestly, for what we got from both, I really enjoy them. Megalon looks awesome. It's great to have a current scale Megalon in the collection. It's great to have just more Megalon in the collection overall. And I really can't speak ill will of either. In terms of what Bandai has been doing and how they've been handling things as of late when it comes to paint, you know, you're either going to get something you really love or you're going to get something you really hate. I don't exactly support it, but I don't really have much of a choice now, do I? And I guess at least Bandai is consistent with their paint, no joke intended. And I guess if I had to select a favorite between the two, it would definitely be Megalon. Yeah, he's lacking on the paint, but he's definitely my favorite of the two, and I just love the new sculpt on this guy. I really, really do. But anyway, everybody, that's about going to wrap it up for my double review of Movie Monster Series Megalon and Jet Jaguar. I will have links in the description below for where you might be able to get these figures. Don't quote me on that. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time. Peace.